Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Hi, I'm Angela.
And I'm Tani.
We like anime. So anyway, let's talk about it. So, Kiznaiver. So I've watched Kiznaiver I watched it this year, but I watched a lot of anime this year, and it's only like a little 12 episode bitty. But before I even start talking, let me just introduce my friend over here. Tani, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Tanjipa. I'm a close friend of Angie's, and I also like to watch love anime. Kiznaiver is probably one of my favorites. That's like on the fence though. Still deciding.
You're really putting it as a favorite? I didn't know this.
I like the concept, but there's certain things in the anime that we'll get to later that really grind my gears.
Oh, well, before we get into a bit more about the anime, let me put some background information into it. So, Kiznaiver is like a relatively newish anime. It depends what you define as newish, but it came out in like 2016, and it's about 12 episodes. For genre, it's classified as an action, science fiction, and also a setting. Tanya, would you like to go over a little bit of the plot, a little bit of the sprinklings?
Sure. So the whole point of Kiznaiver is that the MC and all his friends have these things in their arms called Kiznas. The Kiznas connect them and their pain all together, whether it be physical or emotional. Throughout the anime, we see the MC, who starts off as emotionless and cannot feel any pain, and he develops to gain pain as well as make new friends and experience new things.
Okay. And like you said, this was like a really interesting concept from episode 1. I was like, you know what? Like, because I think the whole point of the like Kiznas is that's what the scars are called, right?
Yeah.
Is that the point is like if everybody can like feel each other's pain, then like people won't want to like cause such atrocities to each other, like war or like hurt people, because everybody feels the same pain, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it does feel like a good thing, but at the same time horrible because people could just like imagine you're just sitting, you're minding your business, and like a bully comes along and is all like, you know what? I'm feeling bad today. I'm just gonna punch myself 10 times in the arm just so you can feel it too. And you're like, bro, what did I do?
Honestly, I feel like that's probably the least of their worries right now, because the way they set it up is horror. But there's like a point in the anime where you see Katsuhira actually getting beat up by bullies, and it's like he doesn't experience pain.
Oh, that was like right at the beginning, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's right at the beginning, and then another part during the middle, I think. Yeah, because they're in like this boathouse.
All right, and also a little bit more what's it called, information about this. It was written by Mari Okuda and directed by Hiroshi Kobayashi, and it doesn't have a manga, and I was like a bit confused about this. Tanya, do you want to elaborate?
Yeah, I remember searching for the manga online and found out it was just an original. It's like straight up was made for animation, had no manga.
I mean, they're like not benefits. I don't know, because I like having there being a manga, because then you can like, especially because sometimes when they animate things, they leave stuff out, and there's like little tidbits, and you get to learn more about the characters. Like when there's just no manga, you just feel a bit empty, don't you? Like you can't even like go watch more content or like buy anything else. Like it's the same sort of feeling that I had with Skate the Infinity. We'll get to that later though. A little bit of a teaser for y'all, but yeah, you just feel a bit like empty when you're done, because it's especially for a series so short. Like I mentioned before, it's only like 12 episodes, so you don't. I feel like for a show like this, it sort of needed to be longer because the entire concept reflects around like the characters' connections, and I feel like you as a watcher need to feel connected to the characters in order to actually care about them a bit more.
Yeah, and I feel like if they had a manga, they could extend on that more. Explore that when they get like later into their teen years as adults, how that bonding helps, because we only really see like the Kizna experiment in this small group, and like once it's over, it's kind of just over. We don't get to see it develop into like other groups. It would be nice to see like, oh, did they continue the experiment? What happened with Nori-chan and Katsuhira? All that stuff.
But man, it's a mad crazy now I'm thinking about it, right? Because they're all like stereotypes / caricatures of like each like trait that they like display. Like nobody is just like a normal person, and I guess that's sort of the point. But no, because it doesn't really because like we said like literally 2 seconds ago, it's supposed to like the whole Kizna experiment thing is meant to be like so that you can see like world peace and that. Like it's supposed to like help world peace, but like you're not using normal people for this experiment. So like I don't feel like it would have gotten this crazy with normal people. And I know it's an anime, so you can't have like basic people, but like at the same time, it just feels really. I mean, the whole concept's all unrealistic, but like
Honestly,
like just
I feel like they did it with like the most irregular people you can get, because think about it. If you choose a muscle-headed dum-dum and a childhood friend, they genuinely wouldn't get together like in a normal setup, right? So by choosing the most
yeah.
like extreme version of people, it kind of gives them like the hardest test to do, so that if it was to ever go like worldwide and stuff, it would be way easier to like initiate.
Oh, then rather than okay, I get it. So like they put the extreme so that you can see how bad it goes, extreme, and then if you put it towards normal people, it won't be that bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But now that you've mentioned the ships, we're gonna have sorry guys, sorry viewers at home. We're gonna have like a long rant section about
I've
the
been
love
waiting for this.
triangles, squares, pentagons, hexagons. The shapes just keep going and going because this show is mad. Tani, start.
First of all, Nori-chan and Katsuhira, he should have been with a childhood
Nah.
friend, as a personal opinion. I just feel like their relationship was pushed too much together in the show. Like, it felt quite brief. They kind of just met, boom, they're together. When he had Chidori, who had been with him for a while.
Yeah, and Chidori seemed like an OG. She honestly seemed to care about him. But then I was looking into like some Kiznaiver, like some like what people thought of the anime, and one of the like things is that Chidori doesn't really have like a. She does have a personality, but it's never really stated like in the anime like why she likes the main character. For such a like vanilla, I love vanilla by the way, but such a vanilla, bland, just like cement kind of person. Like why she was so nice and interesting as fun, and like why would she fall for him? Like there was no like explanation really, besides from that she like protected him, I guess,
Oh wait,
from bullies.
the version of him that she liked. There was like one that was more cheery and happy. And
Was
she
that
was
before you
like,
like lost
oh,
all the emotions?
I miss the old you, Katsuhira, the one that would laugh, the one that would da 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 da.
Like that can't be him because like he lost all his emotions in it.
Yeah, exactly. He used to be happy when he was with Nori in like his childhood days. So maybe she's referring to that.
Well, that's bummy. Because I know it's Nori, but I just don't like Nori just personally. I just want her out of the.
No,
I know she
honestly.
serves a purpose, but like she's so annoying.
I despised
maybe
how
I'm not.
whenever they had a moment, Nori would somehow get weaved in. Like Katsuhira and Chidori, and then just Nori out of nowhere. It really annoyed me so much.
I think the writers had their favorites. They knew what they were doing, and it just makes it worse because it's like, why are you doing this to me? I want to see my favorite couple thrive, and you're just
Genuinely vexing.
I mean, at least it wasn't like a 100 episode something series. Because imagine if it was that long and like you had so many more of those moments.
Genuinely, it would be such a hard to watch slow burn.
I would scream every single episode because okay, but all my favorite ships, I can't lie, are just like they just can't happen. So maybe that's a me issue. Maybe I should support ships that could actually come to fruition. Yeah, I'm bringing out big girl words.
So what are the ships you want about?
Oh, like wait, I can't because that's like a spoiler for like people who want to.
But there's no manga, so I think it's okay.
Not for Kiznaiver, I'm just talking in general. You know my favorite ships, but I can't talk about them. But yeah, anyway, back to Kiznaiver. What do you think about? Let's think about the characters actually. So you have, by the way, we all have this like I'm not even gonna try and bother remember all their names, but we all have like when you watch like a short anime and like you're like yeah that was good, and then somebody asks you the main character's name and you're just like
my mind goes blank.
It's like when I watched Erased. Although I'm not making an episode on Erased because I watched the real thing and I watched the live action and it was all just. I mean, the live action was horrible, but but the anime was so good and I loved it so much. I think it was the first like anime I watched like in my period of anime. So maybe I'm just nostalgic, but I don't think so. It was a good anime. But back to Kiznaiver. What you think about all the characters? So what we thinking? Who's our fave?
Oh, I'm gonna start with my dislike. I'm not a huge fan of Nico.
Okay. I'm totally not Googling who that is.
She's like the Decora eccentric one.
Decora eccentric images. Oh, that one. Ew. She reminds me of the like, you know that girl from what's it called? A Silent Voice, who's all like, oh, because Shoya bullied her in primary school.
The
You
blonde
know?
one?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I hated her so much.
Doesn't everyone? But the point is, she reminds me of that girl, so I don't like her.
And then who else? I loved how they like set out Maki and her backstory.
What with the whole like? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was one of. Although I don't like her as a character, and you don't like her as a character. She had a very interesting backstory, and I liked the whole thing with the girl writing the manga because it's a bit reminiscent of our situation. But no spoiler.
We can't spoil anything right now, guys.
But we got someone in the works. But yeah, I mean, she was there. No, she was a character that existed. But faves? Any faves?
Faves. Tenga and Chidori.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say Chidori on her own, but Tenga brought some good laughs in.
Did.
He brought the energy.
And then there was
There
was Hisomu, but he was kind of just like an add-on because he was introduced a bit later into the episodes.
Is that the guy who I can't remember which way around it is.
He loved playing.
Yeah, but you have like masochist and sadist. I can't remember which way around it is.
Oh, I remember because in the anime, one of them was like, dude, are you a freaking masochist? And he was like, no, I just like pain. So I got really confused.
Yeah. So he is. But yeah, I mean, I kind of liked him because he brought like a flavor, a different, like a little bit of change in palette to like the main group, and it was a bit interesting for a while. But then he got annoying, and I was just like, no.
Yeah, I know.
It's just like I said earlier, like they're all just stereotypes or caricatures. So it's like that's not a person. Like I'm not right now. I know they're anime characters, but I'm not looking at a person.
Yeah.
When I watch the show, it's just a thing. It's there. I mean, his hair's kind of nice. He has them like Dazai bandages and that.
Oh yeah, and he was like the most handsome in his class.
Oh, see?
Yeah, because there was Yuta, and the whole time Tengu was like, Yuta, you might want to take some handsome boy classes from my boy Hisomu over there.
Wait, Yuta's like the really stuck up guy.
Yeah, the guy who's like always surrounded in girls.
Wait, so then what was his like character arc in the anime? Because to be honest, I can't remember.
The thing is, he had like no character arc. They didn't develop him that much, like at all. He was just there.
So what was his like deadly sin then in the end?
Good question. I am not searching that up right now. I don't think it was a deadly sin because he came from the actual people, like the Kiznaiver experimenters.
Oh, so he's just like your average Joe who just happens to be like really pretty or something?
Yeah. No, he was one of their classmates as well.
Oh wait, a classmate. Okay. I'm reading a little bit of a synopsis, guys. No, I swear, apparently it's. Oh yeah, he used to be fat.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
That was it. Okay, because apparently his like seven deadly sin is like gluttony, and I forgot that he used to be fat, and he had like a whole glow up thing, and then everybody liked him.
And then he was also on like the model of like a toothpaste company or something to do with like clean teeth.
And then what happened then?
He was like really fat on that poster, and I think eventually what happened was he was like, I'm sick of being like this. And I think it's hinted towards that he also has like some type of eating disorder. That's just what I picked up from the actual anime.
Seemingly so. He can't just be perfect. He can't just be there. Like all these people got like their flaws. I'm like, oh, I literally forgot about Nico. I'm looking at like all the characters now because I was like, let me actually remember these names.
Yeah, wasn't Nico like a fake eccentric?
Oh wait. Yeah, explain. Go further.
It was something like when they were in that building and it was collapsing. Earlier in the episode, you see that she's in the school. She's that sort of like statue, and she's like, "Principal, if we do this, we can find fairies and stuff." And then, whilst in the building, she's like, "Guys, I actually don't believe in fairies. I'm a fake eccentric. I'm faking my personality." And then later on, I think Tanga comforts her about it. And then
no,
what?
That's bummy. It's her own fault. Not Tanga. Not Tanga. Like nobody was forcing her to fake the personality.
I think it was something to do with her family.
What? Are they like rich or something?
Yeah, they were rich. And then,
But how does that be fake being an eccentric?
I don't think she got enough attention. That's what I'm.
Yeah, but then at the same time, it was also like she was trying to pretend that she was like a little bit crazy. But like,
Yeah, because when Hisomu comes in, I think she's fighting for the crazy role because one of them's like, "Dude, Hisomu, you're freaking eccentric. You're a bit mad dog," and she's like, "No, I am too, guys. I'm a bit crazy too."
so I think that warrants that I don't like her points because at least Hisomu was like he was it. It was a real deal, but she's just a faker, a poser, as the punks say.
Literally, get her out of here.
But still, yeah, nah, I will not support that girlie. I mean, the main character, he has interesting hair. He kind of, I feel like he feels like a knockoff Atsushi. Except for Atsushi has emotions, and Atsushi's cool, and I love Atsushi so much.
Honestly, I can see the knockoff Atsushi thing. Definitely got the vibes.
Yeah. Oh, for the viewers not knowing, we're talking about Atsushi from Bungo Stray Dogs, the main character.
We'll make an episode on this later, guys.
Maybe, yeah, but there's a whole 3 seasons to analyze. And like everybody always says about Bungo Stray Dogs, nobody knows what's happening in it.
Oh, I know that they're writers with some cool superpowers.
And then one day they bring like Americans or something, and
then
and Whale and Moby Dick and that CJ Lewis, and yeah,
it's a shame there's actually no dogs in Bungo Stray Dogs.
Yeah, because right, I'm gonna talk about this because it annoyed me. So I have the first volume of Bungo Stray Dogs, and I was like, bro, like, to my brother, I was like, bro, I'm not gonna say that. You should totally read Bungo Stray Dogs, and then like, well, no, you should totally read this manga I got. It's like really nice, so I should get him my first volume, and I show him, and he's like, Bungo Stray Dogs. Auntie, you better not be giving me some like furry stuff. I was like, hours literature, and he was like, literature, and I was like, yes, and he was like, no.
He sounds so defensive.
I mean, he is. The only anime he likes is like, I mean, I don't think he's like as much into anime anymore. I think he had like a big anime phase, obviously, when he was like a teenager. But like now he'll watch it, but like not as like intensely as I do.
Okay.
Or like I don't. Yeah.
Well, better some anime than no anime. Ha ha ha.
But then he wouldn't watch. He's like a bum. He wouldn't watch like a romance or like slice of life or like music or sports. Because I swear, right, his friends were all telling him to like watch Haikyuu and watch Kuroko no Basket, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not watching it. No." But for no reason. And like, they're good. And you think at least Kuroko no Basket, because when everybody always argue about sports anime, they always like, Haikyuu is mid. Haikyuu more like mid-Q. And then they're like, Kuroko no Basket. That's top tier. That's S-tier sports anime.
We're talking S-tier sports anime. We've got to include free as well.
Oh yeah, but remember how we were talking about how like free is like, or I used to think free wasn't fan servicey, but you know,
I mean it kind of is, but keep it on the down low. That's not for now.
Maybe we should, what's it called, segue back to Kiznaiver.
Maybe we should.
That's what the viewers are here for, alright? But let's talk a bit more about Nori was her name, because you know how you explained to me before, well, re-explained to me the her whole pain situation and like her whole motivation.
So Nori was one of the kids they originally tested the Kiznas on, and she was grouped with a ton of other kids. Like, it was like a committee doing this, and the committee donated their kids towards this experiment. Okay. So what happened was she was one of the kids that did this, and they were all sharing pain. Everything was going good. They lived happily in this like Promised Neverland kind of facility. So from then on, they're sharing their pain, and something happened where instead of them receiving the pain and it getting shared 7 ways, they only Nori would receive the pain, but it would get shared like times 7 ways towards her. So she would get like the maximum amount of pain, like immense amount of pain.
No, that's horrible.
Literally. So eventually it gets to the point where she's like going insane because of all of this. So like, dude, we gotta calm it down. So they insert like something into her which removes her emotions and the ability to feel pain. And like, you know, from the original part where it's like they're all happy together in the Kizna place?
Yeah.
So what happens is she's like, that's the only time I've ever connected to people. I need to recreate this. I need to redo this. I need to find a way to create this again. So eventually she grows up and she tries to redo the Kizna experiment. And she's trying to like reconnect with everyone. She's like, this is the only way I can connect with people. This is the only way I can feel with other people. And then during the end of the anime, you see, you know, at the very start of the anime where you see her jumping off something and she's talking to Katsuhira and she's like, Katsuhira, you'll get your pain back one day. She's trying
Yeah.
to recreate that scene, so we see her on top of like the bridge. She's about to jump off, her arms are out in front of her, and then Katsuhiro stops her. Because he's like, dude, you can't keep doing this. It's inhumane, it's not good. There are other ways to connect with people and know what they're doing and thinking.
Oh my gosh, a match made in heaven. Not. But yeah.
But yeah.
What are our opinions? Do we think that would we recommend it to you? Because you said at the beginning this was like one of your favorite animes, right?
I like the concept. Some of the things in it, I'm not shaken with it, but other than that, it's a pretty good anime.
Yeah. I think it was, I don't know how quickly I watched it, because for 12 episode animes, I usually either like watch them in like a day or 2 days, or it takes me like 5 weeks to watch it. But I think I watched this relatively quickly, so it must have somewhat been intriguing and interesting enough for me to be like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this. This is peak. To be honest though, I get most of my anime recommendations. Like I have like in my favorites on TikTok, I have like them anime videos. It's like, here are top 10 animes in this genre, or that you should watch, or top 10 like short animes or stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
right?
I have those.
Yeah. So I think it was in one of those, and I was like, I didn't know what it was even about. I just like saved it because I was like, the name sounds interesting. Kiznaiver sounds French. No, it
French.
sounds German.
I can see the German then, yeah.
Yeah. But then it wasn't German. But I was just like, let's just keep going on, because I think this is a pretty funky show. But I mean, what else do I have on my little piece of paper, guys? This is totally not scripted.
Totally not.
Forget I said piece of paper. I mean, you could tell by the flow of conversation that this definitely isn't scripted. Oh, I didn't say the studio. Yeah, the studio animated it. It's called Triggers. Don't ask me what else they animated. If they're popular, I don't. But it's fine. Maybe one of you out there will be like, yes, Triggers. I know them. Yeah, reputable studio. But overall, I would say the show was a good way to like, I don't want to be like kill time, but like, yeah.
Kill time.
It
was a nice watch. It's a shame there was no season 2 to see what else happened.
I do feel like it, like the whole concept feels like something a person would have like in a shonen anime like thing. Like they would have the ability to like share the pain of like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like you could make an entire show of it, but they did it.
Honestly, gotta commend them for that.
Yeah, and it was an original idea, so props to the studio. I hope you haven't done anything bad, studio. I hope you don't have no allegations, because then I might
put us under the bus like this.
Because I might have to retract my statement soon. But I hope that didn't happen. But yeah, I think we should about end the episode there. Thank you, Tani, for joining me. Did I say I was going to end this? Oh yeah, I remember now. So thank you guys for joining the podcast. I'll put all the shout outs at the end. Shout out to Tani for making the art, and shout out to my friend Lara for making the intro and outro. But yeah, see you guys next time. Hope you joined and enjoyed the podcast. Bye.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.